And ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the DCU Sports Ground for the first match of round 2 of the AFL Europe Championship 2013. The match today is Croatia versus Sweden, and we are about to kick off. We have Croatia kicking to the left-hand side of screen, and we have Sweden kicking to the right-hand side of screen. It's a great tap by the Croatian ruckman that gets it down. Ball's locked in, stacks on the mill. Could have been pushing the back there. Handball over the top by the Croatian. Knock on. Very smart knock on. Kicked out of the centre of the ground. Deep down to the forward line. Out comes the Croatian half-forward flanker. That's a lovely kick around the side of the body. But it has gone out of bounds on the full. So from round 1, we had Croatia, who are the surprise winners of this competition so far. They came out and kicked 6 goals in an electrifying first quarter against Great Britain. And against Germany, and that really surprised the pundits down here. Sweden had a very, very tight, tough contest with the Irish team, and they only lost by 10 points in what was some pretty awful weather. So it looks like it's going to be a great contest so far. We see Sweden bring it out now from the back line. Handball over the top, goes down long, the ball's popped up high, knocked down to the ground. It's a lovely take by the halfback flanker there from Croatia. Ball is thrown out in the middle of the park here. Here's an opportunity for 4. This is John Lance from Sweden. Had the ball in the opportunity, but the ball will be held in, and it's going to be balled up by the umpire. Some of the stars from the Croatian side in that first round were Ivan Ivos, who kicked 3 goals in that first quarter. Sweden turns around, snaps, has a shot at goal. It is offline. That is Natis Johansson, who was also one of Sweden's best players in the opening round. Number 6, Natis Johansson. So, first score on the board, that's Sweden 1 point, and Croatia yet to score. I'd say the Swedes would absolutely be a bit heartbroken about their loss to Ireland. They certainly looked the goods to start with, but they got worn down towards the end of that match, and it was a very scrappy affair. But today's their chance to get back on the winning board and really get an opportunity to get their first win up for the competition. This is Emil Aberg kicking in here. It's a lovely pass. Straight onto the chest to the Swedish full forward. That was absolutely great vision and a great pass. Hit him right on the chest. And this looks like it's Kaj Karlsson lining up to kick this goal. And it has absolutely sailed through. That is 1 goal, 1 to Sweden. So 7 points. Plays Croatia yet to score. This is certainly a different tale to what it was in the first round when Croatia came out and was scintillating in the opening quarter of last round, kicking 6 goals straight. Let's see if they can respond here. Their ruckman, Pakovic, has been very dominant throughout the championship. Again, he knocks it down, but straight down to the Swedish midfielder, who kicks it out. Once again, we have Johansson leading that pack. Slides off him. Ball's kept in play. And once again, hits the Swedish full forward on the chest. That is beautiful play by the Swedes. Johansson again involved in the play. He's been great early. And we find David Verngren heading up for his 2nd goal now. He popped the last one through nice and soundly. And he has missed this one. Side of the boot, through for 1 point. So that is Sweden 1 goal 2, 8 points. Croatia yet to score. Ball's kicked out, knocked back down to play. Kicked out of the pack there, marked though by Filip Lenik from Croatia. He kicks a bit of an upper-under ball. There's a bit of a pack there. Guess who it is? Oh, it's not Johansson. It is his midfield mate in Dulazaz that kicks the ball down long, up to the pack. Bangren comes out, can't take the ball, and it's gone out of bounds for a boundary throw-in. It's a high ball toss by the umpire. Knocked down again. Croatian. Oh, here we go. That is a Not very attractive, out of bounds on the full by the young Swede. They've got two very fast midfielders here that certainly get around the park very quickly. Johansson, and I think the other one might be Johan Lance. You're going to have to forgive me for getting those two mixed up during the course of the game. Big kick out only goes as far as the Swedish half-forward line. Knocked back in. Croatians fighting for the ball. Again, through the pack comes Salin. The Swedes really are getting the ball. Croatia kick it out, but only as far as three. Here comes Tony McLaughlin, the Irish-born Swede. Kicks not a bad point at all. From outside of 50, Tony McLaughlin was one of the stars of the opening round. And he has started off pretty well there with his first touch. So it's another point to Sweden. 1 goal, 3, 9 points. Play Croatia. Yet to score. In fact, the ball has hardly gone past the Croatian 50-metre line. So they really need to do something different here. That's a good kick out. There's 5 men, 5 Croatians there. They can't take the mark still. Number 13, who is built like a tank, comes charging through that pack. He's done exceptionally well. Umpire says the ball is going nowhere there. He's going to throw that up. And we're back. Kick down now. Ball's coming down to the Croatian forward line. Croatia have it on the run, but is run well out of bounds by the back pocket there from Sweden. And he runs it out of line safely for a throw-in. Ball's kicked up high in the centre of the ground. Sweden had it covered, however, it's gone over the back to the Croatian. Croatian with one of those fantastic haircuts, cuts it right into the middle. Tony McLaughlin flies, the ball bounced down. Croatia has it on the run. That would have been a great kick, but marked on the very last line of defence by the Swedish team. Kicked out to Arberg, who's been very busy to start with. Kicked out again here is Connor Moynihan. It's a very Irish name for a Swede. Ball on the ground right in front of the commentary box here. Croatia probably copped one too high there, but the umpire says play on. Great tackle there from number 13 from Croatia, and paid by the umpire. That was Josip Kravvar with a fantastic tackle. He's kicked on, he's put his... Oh, fantastic little sidestep dodge there. From the very creative numbered Vonimir Merkovic, number 0. As we close ranks on our broadcast box there. Ball in dispute, kicked up. Croatia have another chance to send it long into their forward line here. They pop it up. Still a chance. Ball's on the ground. Kick from 14. It's a great snap. It touched on the line by the Swedish team. That was very close. Great bit of action there from the Croatian team. And that's the kind of spirit we're going to need to see from them to get them back in the game. That's the first score to Croatia. They are 1 point versus Sweden's 1 goal, 3. And it's Tony McLaughlin, the man with the ball out the back. Looks like very much like an Andrew Mackay from Carlton in his heyday. Ball goes up. Great mark by Croatia there. Taking a half-back flank. He looks like he means business. Kicks it down to the half-forward line. It's 3-on-1 here. Not a great kick. Knocked down, though. Croatia have the men. Tapped along in front of him. This is good play. Bumps his own man. Ball goes out of bounds. Bit of argument there between the Croatian team. Might be about who has the best haircut, I'd suggest. Ruckman goes up for it. Croatian wins again. He is dominating the ruck, but his Rovers aren't really reading his domination that well. Ball punched out into the middle of the ground. This could be open. This could easily open up here for the Swedes if they get it out. Great desperation over the ball. And that is going to be another ball up. Now, of course, you can get involved in the broadcast today by tweeting hashtag EC13. European Championships 13. So hashtag EC13. And it'd be great to hear from you. That's a great kick there. Popped up to the Swedish players. He's going to take that from about 50 metres out now. Might be a bit too far out of his range to score. But he certainly looks like he has intent. Croatia have it in the back line, kick it up to the half-back flank. A few flyers there. That is a great mark. That's Eric Salen again. He has certainly been impressive for the Swedish team to start with. Kicks long. Tony McLaughlin gets nudged under that. Nice body work by the Croatians. Ball comes out, kicked out again into the middle of the ground. Sweden have it, lose the mark. Croatia keep their feet. That's smart play. Kick it into the forward line. Out of the hands. Back pocket for Sweden there. Loses it again. Ball is running around in the mix there. Looks like that's going to be locked up in the Croatian 50. That is not bad play from Croatia. They got it and they moved it quickly. And that's what they're going to need to do to break down the Swedish defence. Again, Croatian ruckman bangs it down to the good of his team. That's a great mark. That is a fantastic result. I believe this is Filip Lenic for Croatia lining up here to kick this goal. This would definitely get things back on track for the Croatians after Sweden came out and looked like they were clearly the team using the ball a bit better in that first opening stanza of this quarter. Lenic comes in. It looks good. Croatian crowd love it. The kids love it. We are almost back on level pegging. That is 1 goal to Croatia. That takes them to 1 goal 1, 7 to Sweden, who are 1 goal 3, 9. This is really looking like it could be. So far, this is definitely the match of the competition, I must say. Up again goes the dominant Croatian ruckman, straight down his rover. He's only getting better as this game goes on. I'd say as soon as his rovers start learning how to read him, it will be an absolute domination out there. Croatia have great intent at this ball. Ball comes down. Sweden trying to make the most of it. It's great work there by 32. Igor Gales. Great little roving by him. Kicked into the forward 50. This one's going to be tied up. Umpire says he's going to throw this up because it was going nowhere. Well played down there. Once again, that was Emil Larberg. He's been good. They do have some skillful little on-ballers, this Swedish team. A great little mosquito brigade. It's gone out of bounds for a throw-in deep in the Croatian forward line. So this is another great opportunity for them to have a crack at goal here. If you watch this play, their ruckman has won everything today. So if you were their rovers, you would get straight behind him here, looking for the one over the back. It's gone over the back of everyone. Kicked out here, mercurial style. That should safely stays in play. Croatia keep it alive. No, boundary umpire has called that. He's going to throw that in. It's gone over the boundary line. Sasa Obad is the dominant ruckman in this game so far. Sasa Obad. He has been in flying form. Ball up on the half-forward flank here. Fighting for it. Croatia want to get it out. They do. There's that little magical Dacos looking-like fella. Tony McLaughlin picks it up and kicks it. It's a nice kick, actually. If we look who there, Johansson gets it off the ground. Kicks it in the middle of the ground. Croatia have numbers here. They should be able to move this one out. A good little get and go. Ball comes up. 33 charges at the footy for Croatia. Here comes Tomislav Nedic, number 12. He gets a kick away. But it has gone out of bounds on the full. And Sweden will kick this ball back in. This has been a great standard of the first quarter in this match. Very fast, very physical. Skills have been very good, though. It certainly helps when the rain stays away, unlike last Saturday. Sweden have a chance now to reload and kick it back in from their half-back flank. Oh, he's played on. He likes his speed, this fella. Once again, it's Emil Arberg. Pacey little man. Here comes Tony McLaughlin. Takes a fine mark. He looks to chip. Here comes Johansson. He runs to the front of the pack, but up. Big punch by the Croatian team. And here we go. Mirkovic tries to run around one. Gets rid of the hands according to the umpire. Croatia still putting a lot of pressure on that ball. And that is the quarter-time siren. That is a cracking first quarter of football between these two teams. Really, really strong effort from the get-go. We've seen some dominant performances by their big man in the ruck, Sasa Obad, who has one of the more questionable haircuts I've ever seen on a footballer. Sweden have had some fantastic work by their little men. So we've seen Emil Arberg, Eric Salen, Tony McLaughlin's been good off the half-back flank, and Natas Johansson was started that quarter electrically. Croatians look happy with themselves. They are not far from the lead. The scores, of course, at quarter time: Croatian 1 goal, 1, 7 points. Sweden 1 goal, 1, 3 points. And we'll be back with you in 5 minutes after the quarter time break. One, two. No. Did the feed go down?
Yeah, it went down there at the start for a couple of minutes.
Okay.
Is it working okay for you?
It seems we're having a bit of trouble with the audio, but we're not sure if that's something from in here or...
Okay, so are we live now, or we are live according to what's...
Yeah, we're live there. That's 7 seconds behind, so you should see... That's frozen, hang on.
No, that's not live.
We are back and cracking for the second quarter of this match. We see Erik Salen for Sweden take the ball and kick down long. Great opening first quarter. Here comes Johansson, soon becoming a crowd favourite. Kicks out. That's a great mark taken by David Verngren. He has been quite a cracking full forward this match. That marks looks like it's taken a bit of a battering out of him. He's still lying on the ground. But he should be licking his lips because he has just taken another great mark in the forward pocket and could go back and kick Sweden's second goal here. And that would give them a handy lead in a great start to a second quarter. Verngren comes in, kicks into the man of the mark. Croatia have the ball now floating around out of the pack. I haven't seen who that came off, but it has gone through for 1 point. So 1 point to Sweden. It is 10 plays 7 here. Sweden 3 points in front. The Croatian fullback takes the ball and goes to kick it out. Kicks it long. It's a nice kick. Up on the half-back flank, Tony McLaughlin gets his first hands on it. Ball at the bottom of the pack. And looks like we will ball this one up. Ball knocked out of the pack there. Croatia went to kick at it, missed. It's a free kick to Sweden, who have a chance now to put it deep into their forward line. Kicked from about 60 metres out. He pops it up the top of the square. Verngren's down there. Ball knocked down. Verngren's got it again. Can he hold on to it? He has kicked it into the post. He has hit the post, which makes it only 1 point. So another point to Sweden. The score now, Sweden 1 goal 5, 11 points. To Croatia, 1 goal 1, 7 points. So still only a kick in it. Sweden have not made the most of their opportunities yet. Kick out again from Croatia. Goes to the back. Ball's knocked around. Here we go. Sweden or Croatia out here, but they ran into trouble. Paid too high. So the Swedish player there had his arm over the shoulder of the Croatian in the tackle. And number 3, Dario Horak, will take the kick. Horak goes back. Kicks it down long. Here's a one-on-one. That is a very strong mark. And play on. 25. This would be a cracking goal. And he has kicked it straight through. That is absolutely play of the day there from Tomislav Marsic. A very strong grab. Turned, had the confidence to throw that straight on the boot and kick a goal. And guess what? Croatia are in front. After all Sweden's hard work in that early quarter, one very, very swift bit of play has Croatia looking strong and in front. 2 goals 1, 13 plays Sweden. 1 goals 5, 11. That was play of the day so far by the big fella. Up we go again. Croatia got a new ruckman. Still has the same dominance. Ball out in the wing. Great bit of fight there. Ball in dispute, off hands, and it goes over the line. And out of bounds for a throw-in. Ball in the pack again. Handballed out into open space. Croatia here, good bit of defensive play. Put their bodies over the ball. In they go. They lock it in. That was some good defensive pressure there by Croatia. They certainly look good here. Sweden are on the attack, but Croatia look like they are not fazed by this. Ruckman go at it. Ball on the ground. It's a strong tackle. I've been very impressed by not only the intensity of Croatia's tackling, but also their execution. They've been smart tackles that haven't given away any free kicks. Just as I say that, it looks like the umpires decided to pay them a free kick. Excellent commentating. There he explains to him that, in fact, he has rolled him on the side. He should feel a little bit aggrieved there, the Croatian. I thought it was a very, very strong tackle. But this is Kaj Carlson lining up for goal. That is a tight angle. I'm standing right behind him here in the broadcast box, so I have a great view of this. He's going to be kicking from just over 50 metres, probably about a 45-degree angle. A swaying ball drop. He has just missed that to the right. Great effort, though, from that distance. I thought that might have challenged him, but it has not. Not the distance, anyway. The accuracy, yes. So that's 1 point to Sweden. They move to 1 goal 6, 12. Croatia, 2 goals 1, 13. So it's a 1 point ball game. You do get the feeling if Sweden had made the most of their opportunities earlier, it would be a different sort of game. But it's not, and it is only 1 point lead to Croatia. Strong and again, Sweden on the attack. Handball back in, but the ball goes out of play and in for another boundary throw-in. That wasn't a bad tap, but number 12 for Sweden gets onto it. That's a good kick off the boot, but he's going to hold up in the breeze and only goes through for a behind. It's Oscar Magnusson who kicks another point there for Sweden, and that wraps up the scores at 13 apiece. 1 goal 7, plays 2 goals 1. Croatia need to hold on to the football here. Sweden have been doing all the pressing in the last few minutes. Tony McLaughlin over the back there. And far too high. Free kick against Tony McLaughlin for Sweden. Irish-born Tony McLaughlin. And we're going to see... This is Ivan Molnar take this kick from the half-back line. He chops it over. Just a little one. That's not bad. Johansson comes down to shut that down. Kick up to a pack. Ball goes over the back. Croatia have the numbers here. It rebounds off, though. Tony McLaughlin over the top of the ball for Sweden. Runs it out of play. And out for another boundary throw-in. Ball gets thrown back in. I'm not sure what's happened to Sasa Obud, who was by far the most dominant ruckman I've seen in a long, long time in that first quarter. They seem to have moved him off the ground. I can't see him anywhere else in the ground. Sweden pick up the ball deep in the back line. Had no real options there to go to. Croatia, good pressure. Really good tackling there in the forward line. Ball comes out of the pack, over the line and out of bounds. So it's going to be another boundary throw-in by the boundary umpire. He throws it up high and long. Croatia have the numbers again. Well right off the pack, but Croatia's kicked that completely in the wrong direction. Croatian half-back flanker then turns around, kicks it solidly out to the ground. It's a foot race on now. And here he is again, the man who was excellent only a few minutes ago. Turns, handballs it. Sweden small men around. Good tap out to a bit of space there. Croatia have the numbers here, though. What can they do with it? Handball up in the wing. Gets the handballs off. Well executed. Up from halfback. Kicks long to the lead. Great mark. Fantastic mark there for Croatia. I thought that was going to go over his head. But he launched out those big arms and took that in. And this guy is so good. His name's not even on the score list. So I'm not sure who we're looking at here. Number 19. But it was quite a grab. Let's see if he can put his unknown name up in lights by kicking this goal. It's a tight angle. And he's not kicked that. He's kicked to the top of the square. Sweden have the numbers here. But here comes Zinumar Marinovic. Gets the handball out. There's our friend Johansson. Thrown to the ground, though. Ball comes back out again. And that is... And that looks like it's a free kick to Sweden here. Ball kicked down in the pack. Knocked on there by Croatia. Croatia kick it up again to centre half forward. That's a great mark. Emil Berg again. A fantastic mark on the half back line. And a good kick. Well placed kick. Straight out to number 20, who was great last week. That was Tobias Stahl, who was very good against the Irish. Haven't been calling out his name too much today, so that certainly suggests that there's a little bit more to give in this Swedish team. Up goes the ball, knocked down. Not to anybody, though. Sweden get their hands to it first. We have a free kick here. Looks like it's going Croatia's way. It's going to Ivan Ivos, the man who kicked 3 goals in the first quarter last week and still remains the tournament's top goal kicker. He is further up the ground. We've seen him previously. Good long kick down there again. Markovic up. Ball hits the pack. Well cleared by the Swedish half-back line. Into the middle of the ground. They get the bounce. Smart knock over the head, but it goes straight to Croatia. He got rid of that very fast then, the Swedish fella. Ball on the deck. Croatia seem to have their hands to it. Knocked out again. There's Tomas. Ball Swedish is gone. You've got Johansson running down now. It's going to be a foot race. Ball does not sit up for Johansson. It sits up for Marinovic, who's actually kicked it into an open goal. He's not going to get the distance to run through. Sweden have the numbers there. It's Ljunggren. Hand passes out. Snapped around the body. And missed. But there is Johansson, who has spotted up. Natis Johansson has cropped up in the forward pocket and taken that mark. He certainly will be able to kick this distance. Whether or not he has the accuracy from this tight angle is what the crowd are waiting to see. That was not a great kick off the boot. It's gone out of bounds on the full. Has missed everything. So Croatia here get a chance to take a deep breath, slow things down, and they will kick the ball back in. It has been a pretty breakneck speed from the Swedish this quarter. They've certainly had the most of the running, although when Croatia have moved the ball quick, they've had some fantastic results. It's a good long kick out up to the pack. Ball comes off the hands. Great turn and spin out of the pack there from Sweden. Ball knocked down. Emil Arberg's hanging around. He knows how to get the footy. Umpire has called his ball. He's going to ball this up again. Up goes Ivani Voss. No one gets a real clear win there. Sweden turn out of the pack. It's great strength, bodywork there. Kind of thrown out of that pack by the Croatian. Ball picked up, swung around the corner. Here comes Jelberg again. He's already kicked a couple. Swings around. It's a decent looking snap. Oh, he's missed that. We have a bit of conjecture down here. But that is... I think they're questioning now whether or not the goal was over the line, and it was. That is a goal to Sweden. And a goal once again to David Verngren. He's kicked 2 now, I believe, maybe even 3. They worked hard for that, Sweden, but they deserved it. They were doing most of the pressing for this quarter. So that makes it Sweden. They are 3 goals. They are 22 points, plays Croatia 13 points. So they've jumped ahead to the lead here. But look who I've got back in the ruck. Here comes Sasa Obad. I'll bet every money in my pocket he wins that tap, and he does. Straight down to the rover. It is great seeing him back in the middle. Here's our friend Arberg, though. Here's a lot of the football today. He lines back. Can he use it smartly? It's a good kick. Good lead out there. Number 9 for Sweden. Can't take it. Ball's on the ground just in front of us here in the broadcast box. That's a great bit of plays. The first bounce I think I've seen for the today. Didn't come off now, mind you, but however, he's gone for it. That's some good work. Croatia get the ball out, but Tony Armstrong is waiting for it in the middle of the ground. Runs, will he get run down? Gives a handball off. Sweden look good here. They've got a lot of movement. Kick down. Here comes Ljunggren. He's got it. He's got a mark. He runs on and kicks the goal. Sweden are on fire in this match. That was a great piece of play. Well organised by Tony, who was standing in the middle of the ground waiting for the ball to come over to him then. Tony McLaughlin started that play, ran with it, gave the hands, and I must say it was a beautiful kick then into David Verngren, who Mark Truly turned around and kicked that goal. We're up again. Sasarobud wins that ball again. Straight down to Croatia. They're going to need a goal here, you think, before half-time. Sweden, smart move. Well played by that fella. Really got around a couple of tackles. Ball comes out to the side. Croatia have the numbers here. What can they do with it? There's a man standing in the middle of the ground. He doesn't seem to want it. He's been called into play anyway. Goes up for the grab. Keeps the ball in front of him. Well played, son. Turns around, kicks. Sasarobud now. He's got 2 on him. But I think he's got the strength to beat them. He sure has. Great play. Kick not so great. But here it comes down. We've got 1 on 3. A lot of strong bodying here. That's Tomislav Svetko. He knocks it out. Can Croatia conjure up something here? They're running it into their 50. There's Tony McLaughlin again. Smart, confident play. And a great kick out of defence, out in the middle of the ground. And that is the halftime siren. Another excellent display of football here between Sweden and Croatia. The skills were great. The intensity there was fantastic. And we really did see a couple of brilliant pieces of play during that quarter. The score as we watch now is Sweden 28, Croatia 13. Join us after we come back from the halftime break. We have a few tweets in here at halftime. We have Jorgelp, fantastic live stream of the EC13, well played. We also have Jacob Lance texting in from Sweden. Sweden are dominating but need to take more of their chances. That is certainly true, but they certainly look like they were getting on top late in that second quarter there, and they kicked a couple of great goals. So they're certainly in the box seat for this match at the moment. They look a good team, but we're very impressed with Croatia's intensity, how they've gone at the ball. And as I've said before, when they have had a bit of space and time, they've looked really good with their skills and they've gone strong. So at the moment, it's Croatia 2-1-13, Sweden 3-7-25. That's a strong lead there by Sweden, but you certainly get the feeling that if Croatia get on top again in the next couple of quarters, it is not going to be unbeatable. We will join you back here at the DCU Sports Grounds in just a few moments. We are back, ready for a start of what has turned out to be a fascinating contest between Sweden and Croatia. The scores at half-time as the teams come back out to take their position. We've seen Sweden kick a couple of goals there in the just at the end there of that second quarter. And they're now up to 28. Croatia, 2 goals, 1-13. So they're certainly not out of it, Croatia. Sweden have just looked the classier side when they've had ball in hand for that first half. But Croatia certainly had their chances, and they were their big men. They've got some fantastic strong men there in Sasa Obad, Tomislav Marsic, and Tomislav Svetko, who can really grab a ball out of the air. So it certainly only takes a few wins out of the centre square and long kicks to those tall, strong fellas in the Croatian forward line, and the game could go either way. Up we go again. Sasa Obad in the ruck. He's going to win this one. He's won everyone straight down the throat of the Croatian rover. There's been an infringement here. Someone has gone inside the centre square before the ball was thrown up, and it's a free kick to Sweden. So Sweden, ruckman hand passes it out. Hand pass to Tony McLaughlin, run past and picks it up. Kicks down long. That's lovely use. Just over the head of the Swedish player, though. And the Croatian halfback flanker runs that one out of play. That's Filip Lenic, the Croatian halfback flanker. Ball gets thrown up. That man mountain Sosaro, but actually loses one for a second. That's a brilliant turn of speed there by Eric Salen. Really broke through that pack. Put it out in front of our goal-kicking David Verngren then, who's still got in front of him. Loses it now. Croatia pick it up. Clear it out of their back line. Straight up in the air, though. And that's marked by David Wahlberg. I'm told not a brother of Marky Mark. He kicks that now back in the forward line. High up and under. Verngren's going to go one out with the strong Croatians. Ball gets tapped over the sideline. And that is out of play and in for a boundary throw-in by the boundary umpire. It'll be interesting to see how the Swedish little men here zone up. Ball goes up the top. Does it come out the back? It does. Straight down the throat of the Swedish. And he has kicked and missed. Only 1 point there to Sweden. So that moves them ahead to 3 goals and moves them ahead to 3 goals and I believe 20. Well, up to 29 now. 29 plays 13. Ball kicked back up. That's a fantastic mark by the Swedish player. Up amongst a group of 5 players. He had strong hands there. Took the catch. That's Christopher Martinsson. Kicks it long into Verngren. He takes another great mark. This is champagne football, Sweden. Champagne football. A cracking mark by Martinsson. Strong in the pack. Turned around, then didn't waste any time and hit the lead of David Verngren on the chest. Verngren may have let a little bit too far out in his pocket, though. He's got himself a slight angle. Well, that's not a bad kick. Doesn't make the distance, though, and tapped over. Good defence by Croatia. Through for another point. So that brings them up to 30. 30 plays, 13. Croatia are going to have to get a move on here and get the ball up the other end of that ground because Sweden are pressing hard and they look good. They're kind of marshalled here by Tony McLaughlin, their halfback flank, and I believe he's their captain as well. Tony has absolutely made sure that their zones are good in defence and they keep rebounding the ball after the ball. It's knocked down again by Johansson. Ball up in the air, ball in the pack. Croatians all go at it. Umpire's blown his whistle here. Free kick to Croatia. Probably well deserved. Filip Lenic again, the halfback flanker, has done well to take the ball out of that pack. Kicks down to the wing. It's 2-on-3. Here comes the big fella. Just drops the ball. It was a good strong lead. McLaughlin again gets the ball. Handballs it back to his defenders. He's still running here. There's Johansson who gets another stat. Ball in. Croatia first to it. What can they do? Well played. The strong fella. Well tackled though. Wasn't getting out of there. Ball locked up in that tackle. And we're going to have a throw up by the umpire. Good bit of football there, I must say. Up come the ruck. Sasarobad wins that down. Straight down to Johansson, though, learned to play. And that is a great kick off the boot. It swings around. That is goal of the day so far. Johansson has kicked that from close to the boundary, just inside the 50-metre line. That is one fantastic kick. Sweden are on a roll with that move. And Natas Johansson, hold your head in glory, my son. What a cracking shot for goal. And a smart bit of football too. He's clearly seen that Sasa Obad has been the dominant ruckman all day today. So he stood right behind where he knocked that down to, and he brought it straight down his throat. 2 steps and kicked a fantastic goal. And I tell you what, they've done it again here. Sweden's small men are absolutely reading the play better, especially from Sasa Obad's dominance. The big fella for Croatia is getting his hand on the ball in those ruck contests first, but the Swedish little fellas, they seem to know now what's happening, and they're running to the right places and getting those tap downs from the big Croatian ruckman. We've got an injury here. It doesn't look too serious. There was no collisions, and the player is moving about. So I think this is more of a leg injury. It's nothing that a little bit of the old magic spray won't fix, I'm sure. Gives the players a chance just to get their breath back. Croatia really need a bit of leadership here, though. They really need the boys to come and say, now is the time we need to get a move on. I can see Tomislav Svetko getting all the boys together there, getting them in and saying, we need to do something and we need to do it now. Probably saying it in Croatian, to be honest. And that's Kaj Carlson heading off the ground now. He looks like he does have a leg injury, but he's walking off by himself, so it's not too bad. If I'm any doctor, it's his left ankle, and he's hopping off. A very spirited hop, may I say. I haven't seen a hop like that for a long time. Ball comes out again. That was Emil Arberg again. He's racked up some possessions today, I tell you. And again, puts that in front of his half-forward flanker. Goes past him. The ball is rushed out of bounds, though, by Croatia. Ball goes out of the boundary. We have Jacob Lance on Twitter. Hashtag EC13. Lovely goal by the boy from Stockholm. Guess 08s can kick after all. Well, I tell you what, it was a cracking goal by that fella. Been one of the highlights of my tournament to date. Croatia, they have the ball now. They're in attack. We've got a loose man here. What can he do with this? Ball bounces terribly for him. Knocked on by McLaughlin. McLaughlin still has his feet. God, he's worked tirelessly there. Kicked it forward. Croatia have it again. What can they do with it? Over to big Sasa Obad. He just knocks a few out of people out of his way. Oh, guess who it is? It is Johansson, I believe. Great kick into space. Verngren on his chest. He's dropped it. That was a golden opportunity for Verngren. Dropped the ball. Ball comes out again, though. There's Swedish little men running everywhere. Ball's tied up in the pack. Oh, my God. It's a great amount of desire shown there by the Croatian players. They were throwing themselves at it. There was some fierce desperation going on there. Umpire moves them out. Ball back up again. Still Croatian little men there by themselves. Number 20 clearly didn't have that ball. And he is being given the free kick. This is Tobias Stahl, who had a great match against Ireland. Haven't seen him as much today, but he thoroughly deserved that free kick. He was tackled when not in possession of the football. This, I tell you what, could be the first nail in the Croatian coffin if he can kick this. So it'll be a decent old effort if he can. He comes in, looks good off his boot. It looks very good off his boot, but slightly to the right and through for 1 point. They are coming, and they are coming fast, the Swedes. They have looked like a very well-oiled machine, I must say, today. I thought Croatia might have scared them at the start with just their sheer size, but Sweden have stuck to their structures. Oh, Sasa Obad. I tell you what, every team could do with their own Sasa Obad. He has been a powerhouse, and that's a great kick. Kicked its numbers. The ball comes down on the ground here. Handball was a bit messy. Croatia have the numbers again. Here it comes. This is Tomislav Svetko. That's a great long kick. And a great mark taken. This is what Croatia needed here. Another well-haircutted man in Ivan Molnar from Croatia. I'm not sure exactly what the kids are calling that style these days. Messy is what my mum would call it. But Ivan Molnar is going to go back and kick this from 55. It's going to have to be a fantastic kick if he's going to kick the goal. But he's lined them up. He comes in, puts it on his boot. Doesn't look like it's going to get there, but who can win the aerial mark? That's a fantastic mark. Great mark by the Croatian full forward. Really used his body well. put it in front of the Swede, protected where the ball was going to fall, and used his body strength to keep the Swedish player out of it. And he should really kick this goal, which is exactly what Croatia need after what's been a great start by the Swedes in this quarter. Here he goes in. Bit of pressure on him now. This is Josipovic, which I'm pretty sure I've pronounced incorrectly, and apologies to Josip there. But no apologies for his kick. That is a goal, and Croatia are back in this one. That's exactly what they needed. And I tell you where that all started, and that is one man, Sasa Obad, who absolutely stood up with strength in that last passage of play, took a fantastic mark, turned around and kicked it into a great part of the field for Croatia. I think I'm quickly developing a bit of a man crush on this Sasa Obad. He's in the ruck again. Ball goes up. Up he flies. Up he wins. Ball comes down. That's a fantastic. It's my little Dacos looking fella. He kicks it out in front of the Swedish men though. Half-back flank. Look like they're going to run this one out. Well played. Tony McLaughlin, the general, was over there making sure that one made the boundary line. And it did. We have a boundary throw-in on the forward half flank for the Croatians who are pressing again. Here's another chance at Sasa. Handball over the top. Puts his man into space. Kicks from the 50. This is up. There's two men going for it. Oh, Croatian man almost took the mark. He's still got it though. Ball on the deck. Opportunity here for Sweden to clear it though. Pops out though. Croatia have got it. There's going to be a great snap. I tell you what, the crowd loves it. That is a fantastic goal. And your man is pumped. He is absolutely delighted with himself. And why wouldn't he be? What a fantastic goal from the forward pocket. Croatia are right back in this game. It is now 23 plays 37. It's 25 plays 37, I tell you. They're only a couple of kicks away now. Sweden have done some damage on the scoreboard earlier. So they do look good. But Sasa Obad's going to win this tap again. There he goes. Boom. Out in the middle. Jeez, a lot of bodies get thrown there. Huge crash. It's Croatia's free kick. That's a little marvel here who pops it up. It's going to be a Croatian mark at 50 metres. Here we go. This is Josip Krava. This is Tomislav Nedic, I should say. A bit of pressure on Tomislav. What is he going to do here? He's going to be kicking this one from at least 55 metres out. Will he pop it at the top of this goal square and see who can... It's not a bad kick off the boot. It's going to hit the top of the goal square. Can someone mark it? Falls to the front of the pack. Croatian player buried there in the tackle. Very strong tackle. No free kick awarded though. And the umpire's going to ball this up as a bit of push and shove starts up. This game has been played in a fantastic spirit to date, so to be ashamed to wreck it with a bit of nonsense push and shove now. Umpire does well to clear that up. Puts it down. Guess who? Sasha Obad. That was some play there by the small Croatian rover. Tried to kick it over his head. Ball comes out of play. Swedish back pocket runs this. Great running. Doesn't get a huge purchase on it though, but the ball runs out of play. That's good work by the Swedish backline there. Took that ball and ran that halfway up the ground and out of the danger zone for themselves. Ball to be thrown in on the wing. Up go the ruck. Down again. Swedes have the numbers. A run past Croatia. Have it buried in the tackle there. Croatia, Sweden have the ball now. Umpire has blown his whistle. He's going to ball this one up again. The intensity has certainly gone up a couple of notches in this quarter. We are seeing some great football. In fact, it's not going to be a ball up. A free kick has been paid to the Croatian there. Must have been too high in the tackle. Hasn't used that well. And guess who it is? It's Emil Arberg. He's racking up the stats today. Ball comes down off a few hands. It's a great kick around the corner there from Croatia. However, I speak too soon. That is out of bounds on the full. So Sweden here to load up, have a look around, punch it deep into their forward line if they can. They put it up to their 50. Ball flies up. No one can take the mark. It comes out. Croatia have the numbers. Kicked around the corner. Finds a Croatian man just by chance. Standing in the right spot. He now kicks it up to their half forward line. Out in the lead. That looked like Tomislav Sveko on the lead there. Couldn't quite get it. The ball's gone out of play and will be thrown in by the boundary umpire. Ball's knocked down in the back pocket here. Sweden look like they've got the numbers to cover it. Again, their mosquito fleet. Make sure they get around, get the numbers, and quell that attack from Croatia. Can Croatia do anything here? I'd say for their fans, think they definitely want to get another goal in the late stages of this quarter to really put the pressure on. I tell you what, if that goes through, I would have named my first child Sasa. Taken out of the ruck, pirouetted, and kicked through for a point. No, out of bounds on the full. So, Sweden to kick it back in here now. The scores are Sweden in front, but they've kicked that straight to Croatia. It's Sweden 37, plays Croatia 25. 12 points the difference. 2 goals, 2 kicks the difference in this match. And Croatia have it around 70 metres out. Will be pumping this ball deep into their forward line. Or into the man on the mark, as it may be. Ball rebounds off the man on the mark. Sweden have this covered. Also got the loose man down here. Here comes Joel Sprang. Joel Sprang springs at it, but can't get it before it goes out of bounds. And it's going to be a throw in. And in fact, the boundary umpire was expecting a better effort by the Croatian player up in their forward line before and ran forward of the ball. So he has a long way to go to pick this one up to throw it back in. Sweden up by 12 points in what has been a great standard of football in this second round of the European Championships here at the DCU Sports Ground in Dublin. I'd say this is by far the best spectacle we've seen of the championships to date. The weather is good, breeze not so strong either direction, and the football skills have been extremely good. Croatia have won a ball here in the back line. They're going to be kicking out of their 50. You'd think they need to move it a bit faster, though they are still 2 goals down. And there is three-quarter time. Three-quarter time, Sweden are up by 12 points. But there is a lot of life left in this little puppy, I tell you. We will be back after three-quarter time. Oh, hang on a sec. Here is a bit of a scuffle. This is not what we want to see. Here is quite a scuffle. I can't see what's happening here. However, everyone looks to be involved. I'd say Sweden would want to get out of this pretty quick. Push their players back to one side and focus on winning this game. The argy-bargy gets sorted out. A few of the boys get to show off how many weights they've been lifting in the off-season. And we are back to normal here at the DCU Sports Ground. It has been 3 fantastic quarters of football. Sweden are up by 2 goals. Croatia certainly have the life in them to give this a hard shot at it. And we'll be back to watch the last quarter in just a few moments. And we are back here for the start of what should be an electrifying quarter. Just to make it more exciting, we had the scores wrong for you here in the broadcast box during that last quarter. It is even closer than we thought. It is a 9-point ball game to Sweden. So it is Sweden 34, plays Croatia 25. Bit of argy-bargy to end that last quarter. No harm, but the boys now are out in the middle of the ground. Only 2 goals, the difference here. Croatia looked pumped. This could be their second win for the tournament. And I tell you, not a lot of people had them chalked up for one win here. They have been an impressive-looking outfit. Ball goes up, and it's been another... The ball wasn't a great throw-up, so the umpire's going to do that again. Sasa Robot looks a bit sore. That could be telling. But he gets up and punches it well again. Guess who, though? It's Tony McLaughlin for Sweden. Handball straight out of that pack. Over the back. Croatia desperately want to get this first goal on the board. Ball dribbles out of play, though, and goes out of bounds for a boundary throw-in. That last quarter really did dial up the intensity. We'll see if we can keep it up for another full 15 minutes of this quarter. Ball again, knocked over play and goes out of bounds. Croatia would love to kick the first goal of this quarter and really get the momentum behind them. Sweden, on the other hand, would like to put one through and just put a little bit more breathing space between them. It's a foot race here. Sweden player loses his feet, goes to ground. Croatia have the numbers, get the ball out of the pack. It's a scramble here on the deck. Handballed out of the pack to Croatia's advantage. Croatia hands over the top, defies it, hands it straight back up to Sweden. Handballs over the top. Can he turn and get rid of this? Keeps it in play. Croatia now have the numbers. Kicked along the ground. Sweden, a man back there to mop up, but kicks it straight back to, over the hands, through the hands. Croatian back pocket needs to come and tidy this up, and he does well. Joel Sprang for Sweden sees it over the boundary line. We're about 55 metres away from the Sweden goal, kicking to the left of screen. No clear advantage on ends for this match so far. Swedish ruck goes up, knocks it back. Croatia have the numbers, sweep it down. Who's there? Handball over the top. It's a great bit of play here from number 7 from Sweden. David Warburg. Again, in for the tackle. Pressure is strong. Ball's not coming out of there. And the umpire says he will ball that up. We have a tweet in here from Jacob Lang. Again, watching the coverage here. Hashtag EC13. He said, I hope it's not the man crush on Sasa affecting the score. Come on, Alex. That is true. No, that was the official score. Unfortunately, we did get it a bit wrong here during the quarter. Sweden, though, looking to really put some... Oh, that is a fantastic mark. A great kick and a great mark by Sweden. This is Johan Lantz. That was a great lead. He led from a good 20 metres back. It was a great kick into that space. And he certainly led straight up to it, attacked it hard, hit the ball hard, and didn't give his defender any chance to spoil that one. So this would be a really telling goal here from Johan Lantz. He lines up, he kicks it, it's high. It looks like he's just missed to the left. Oh, that would have been a telling goal for Sweden. They have peppered the goals all day, I must say. Might be a different game if they had to put a few of those early opportunities through. But still, it makes it for a closer contest now. It's 10 points the difference. Sweden up by 10 points. Kicked out by Croatia. It's a strong work there by the pack. Ball knocked out. Here come the little Swedes again. They're around the pack. Johansson's got it. Johansson's got it. He kicks it on his right. That's a nice pass. Great pass in there. Handballed on a little bit too early. Number 7 has it wrested off him. Kicked off the ground there, Croatia. They jump on top of the ball. He needs to get rid of this, otherwise he's going to be holding the ball. The umpire said no. He's going to throw that up. Probably lucky there, Croatians. Could have been a free kick paid. Up go the ruckman again. Big thump down by Sasha. Here comes Eric, though. Emil Arberg handballs it across. Here's Tony McLaughlin. I thought that was a handball. He must have kicked that. Tony kicks that long, deep into the forward line. It goes over everybody's heads. And out of play. Sweden look like they're only a couple of bits of play here from really nailing this game down. They have looked good. Croatia ruck tap over the top. Out it goes, picked up through the legs there. I think that could be Johansson again. It is. Off the pack, Johansson's near it again. Obud kicks it right up high and hard. Ball bounces. There's two Swedes here. Can they work it out amongst themselves? Tap down again. That was Arberg. Arberg still at it. He has not stopped all day, Arberg. Croatia have the ball, though they turn. Good play out of defence there by Croatia, but it hasn't gone far enough. Sweden turn the corner. Here's number 20, Tobias Stahl again. Kicks it up to the advantage. Ball hits the pack, comes off it. Croatian defender gets a foot to it. Really lunges at it. Here comes Erik Arberg again. Ball on the deck. Croatia kick it out. High out into the wing. It's a one-on-one contest here. Great mark paid there by the Croatian. That is big Tomislav Fetko. He's a big, strong man. Tony McLaughlin ran across there, made sure he touched the ball. Johansson had it slip out of his fingers. Croatia pick it up. Here's a one-on-one contest. Ball hits the deck. Sweden look like they've got the numbers here to take this out of play. It's Max Valemark. He has the ball, loses it. Coming in is Anton Tallström for Sweden. Also over the ball. Can he hold it in? They do. That would have been a big opportunity for Croatia. They could have held on to that mark. Sweden look like they do have this covered, especially their half-back flank. They've really set well to their structures and made sure they've run the ball out smoothly in this game. Knocked down by Big Sasa. Handball out. Here's an opportunity for Croatia if they can get hold of the ball. Onto the boot. Well tackled there by Sweden. Well mopped up. Three of them there. Great pass. Here's Johansson on the half-back flank. That is some great play by the Swedish defence. They really have tackled well, mopped up the ball, and used it well coming out of defence. The best use of the ball I've seen out of defence for the tournament. And it really has set up a lot of their attacks. The ball's gone out of play here up on the wing. It's going to be a boundary throw-in. You get the feeling time might be running out for Croatia until they can put something on the scoreboard pretty soon. Here's an opportunity again. Fierce tackling from the Swedes. Kicked out of the pack by Croatia. Ball in the hands of guess who? Emil Arberg. I couldn't count how many times he's had possessions today. He's been fantastic. That one put out in front of his Swedish counterpart. Great shepherd there. Great shepherd there. Not great enough. Ended up getting tackled by the Croatian player. He did make a good second and third effort. And he gets the ball turned over. So, Croatia still down by 10 points. 25 plays 35. Kicked high up. Here's Tony McLaughlin. Not going to get his arms to it. Croatia comes to the pack. Kicked up in front. Can Sweden push this one over the boundary line? Great tackle by Sweden. Ball comes into play. Again, great defense by Sweden. Lock that ball up. Absolutely desperate stuff. They are physically smaller than the Croatians. There's no doubt about it. But the Swedes have gone in incredibly hard this match, especially in defence. Out again they come. They push it through. Jesus, copped a hard one there. Ball hits the deck. We've got 23. We've got Christopher Martinsen in a bit of strife here. He copped what looked to be a bit... Oh, here we go. Umpire wants to move this on pretty quick and just have the game go on. This is exactly what they do. Umpire wants to throw it up. We still have Christopher Martinsen down on the ground here. He copped what I can only describe as a clothesline to the stomach. Would have absolutely taken the wind out of him. I have no doubts whatsoever. But I don't think it was too unfair. It certainly wasn't head high. It was just around his waist. And I think it's knocked him on the chest and knocked the wind out of him. It was some fierce play. Probably didn't have possession of it though, so he could have been played a free kick. But it's certainly nothing with ill intent, I wouldn't have thought. This is actually going to work in Sweden's favour. Just sucking a bit more time off the clock here. They're 10 points in front. So Croatia have somehow got to muster 2 goals if they're going to win this game. And the more time they suck off the clock, the harder that's going to be to do for the Croatians. We have a few players back. Sweden are actually leaving their defence over. I'm not sure if you guys saw that. I just saw a Croatian player do a flip on the sideline. And that is pretty amazing. The ball is to be thrown up. Here we are on the wing. There's only a few minutes left of this match. Can Croatia get up and kick the 2 goals needed to get this game? Ball kicked out again. His legs flying everywhere at this contest. Ball into the pack. That is fierce tackling at the ball. I am absolutely thrilled. I'm sitting up in the broadcast box. I'm not down there on the ground. It is hot. It is fiery. The Croatians are making sure Tony McLaughlin doesn't get near this. Ball goes over the top. Guess who? Tony McLaughlin has run around the back. It's him and Johansson. Will the ball sit up? It doesn't. It comes down to Zimonomir Merkovic, who kicks it out the half-back flank. Ball pops up again for Sweden. They've got the numbers. Can they use it? Kicked out. Kicked up long. Croatia have the numbers here for the mark. It's Sasha Obard. He's done that well. He needs to get this moving, though. He hasn't got too much time, you wouldn't think. Big sort of torpedo pump. Sweden get the numbers down again. Sweden pushing it through. It's Emil Arberg again. He has seen plenty of the footy. Kick in, though. That'd be a good mark. Ball comes out. They're still attacking here, Croatia. Sweden again get over there, have the numbers. Look like they had that cleared. Handball up. Emil Arberg still with it. Lets that run play in. It stayed in. It has stayed in. Croatia want to keep it in. Arberg doesn't. He's kicked that around the corner, Croatia. Up and under. What a great mark. A fantastic mark. He's only 30 metres out here. This is big. Tomislav Svetko. This would really spice up this match. It'd take a tremendous kick from this angle, though. That is a very, very tight angle. And he'll be needing to kick this at least 40 metres to clear the heads of everyone in the goal square. He comes in. Doesn't look too bad. I tell you what, he's kicked that goal. Croatia right back into this match now. Goal to the big fella. Tomislav Svetko. A great mark. He's kicked truly. And we are down to a 4-point ball game. There is 1 goal in this. 4-point ball game. Croatia 31 plays Sweden 35. This is a cracking finish to this contest. And here we go. I feel sorry now for David Warburg, who's up on the ruck against Sasa. He has been a brute all match. Tapped down. Done well there by Warburg. Didn't win him the competition. Here comes McLaughlin. Head over the ball. Can't get his hands on it. Spills out. Here comes another one of the fleet-footed Swedes. Ball drops loose. Oh, well played by Croatia. No, he's held on for that for too long. Gets the kick away, though. Ball in the forward line. Oh, what's going on here? Oh, I tell you what. A free kick has been paid to Croatia. Oh, I didn't really see what that was for. I'm not sure that was there, to be honest. Croatia, though, have a chance to put themselves in front deep into the last quarter of this match. This will be incredible. Sweden have been in front all game. We are down surely in the last 5 minutes of this match. Croatia kicking for the lead. Kick is up. It's high. I believe it's hit the post. It has hit the post. Croatia have hit the post, and it is a 3-point ball game. Sweden are up. 35 plays 32. 3 points of difference. Can Sweden hold on here? This is fantastic. Emil Arberg kicks it long. Great kick. But deep down, as Sasa Obard's hanging around. Ball gets packed in. Can Swedes hold it in? Really need to force this ball forward now. They've gone in hard there. Really hard into that football. Umpire has said it's a Swedish free kick. Certainly gives them a chance to restock now. Can they get it out of the hot spot of Croatia's forward line? Kicked long, down to the forward pack. Johansson's hanging over the back, but it's marked. That is a fantastic mark by Erik Salen. He knows what he's doing. He's taking the time off the clock here. They have a 3-point advantage. He wants to make sure he uses this well. If he loses this and it goes down the other end and they kick a goal, it could be game over. But he's kicked that one into the pocket and out of bounds. And it's going to be a boundary throw-in. This is some match, I tell you. Can Croatia come and steal this one in the dying seconds? The ball is in Sweden's forward line. Ruck contest. They've got the numbers. Here comes their little fellas. Sweden, can they get their hands out? Emil Arberg's got it. Emil Arberg has it now. He looks over, kicks it around to space. Here comes Johansson. Johansson has another ball. Croatia now have it. Croatia have the ball in front of them. Oh, it's loose in defence. They need to get this out. Sweden look over control now. Can the ball sit up for them? That's a strong tackle. No, it's not. It's in the back. This is a match-winning opportunity now. And it is David Wahlberg. No relation to Money Mark. He will be lining up from 30 metres out, pretty much directly in front. And I'd say with the time we have left, this could possibly be the ball game. What a high-pressure kick. Stands are shaking here with the fans' excitement. He has put that through. Sweden kick clear to a 9-point lead in this match. That was a fantastic kick under pressure there by Wahlberg. Earned the free kick, got his body over the ball, got ridden into the ground by Croatia. Free kick paid. He went back and he kicked truly. I'd say the pressure was right on him for that kick. And he has come through with the goods. What a fantastic game there by Wahlberg. Trips being paid to Croatia here. Is there enough time for them? You wouldn't think so. They're going to need to move it on quickly if there is. Sweden now 9 points ahead. Croatia kick it into their forward line. They're going to need to conjure 2 goals from somewhere. What better place there? It's Fetko. Another towering mark. He has been super impressive in this match, Fetko. I really think the distance here is going to be beyond him. The siren's gone. Game won by Sweden. Svetko's going to go back and see if he can reduce the final margin, but he's not going to change the result. It is a stunning win by Sweden. Fantastic football played. They have been deserved champions here. Their skills are exemplary. They've kicked some great goals, and they've won this match. But here comes Svetko to see if he can change the margin. That's a lovely kick. It's not going to make the distance, though. And what a game. Sweden are thrilled with themselves. It was a tremendous challenge by the Croatians. They came out very hard then. Had the opportunity to put themselves in front. They didn't kick that goal in the end. And Sweden were brave enough and strong enough and had the poise to make sure that they won that match in the end by 9 points. The final scores, Sweden 41, Croatia 32.